Greetings, my name is SC King and Movies Cost Money. I'm here with a review for you, Widows. This movie hopped to the top of my top 5 so quick. After it was over, I didn't even have to think about it. This movie is amazing. So, right off the bat, the verdict is Movies Cost Money. Yes, please go watch this movie. It's funny, I saw Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald, and I saw Widows, and both movies are just packed full with characters who have their own stories and things going on, and the difference between these two movies is that Widows worked. This is from director Steve McQueen, and he has outdone himself here. The story is thus: there is a set of women, their husbands were all crooks, who performed a big heist before all dying, being gunned down by the police. The lead wife, played by Viola Davis, she is met by a criminal, played by Brian Tyree Henry, who says, "Your husband stole from me, now you have 2 weeks to get me my money or bad things will happen to you." And it's a story of her getting the other wives together to try to pull a job that her husband left behind so they can stay alive. And that's the basic story of this film. I don't want to say any more because this movie means something. Like Steve McQueen, and this is a passion project of his that he's had for years, this movie has something to say. The heist itself is cool and fun, but everything else leading up to it, the characters, just the storytelling, the direction, everything about this is just why we go to the movies. Every character stands for something, means something, represents something in our world. It's able to do all these things without being preachy. It has a lot of messages about the world we live in socially. It's got a lot of messages about men, about women especially, and many different kinds of women who are all coming together to do this one thing. But just because they have that in common does not make them best buddies. This movie is ferocious with its strong character portrayal. Just the commitment written into every character to never let them betray who they are in service of doing something Hollywood. This is just so well put together. Viola Davis is, as always, on the top of her game. She is amazing as the lead of this movie. The big standout in a movie full of standout performances where every single actor is giving it an 11 is Elizabeth Debicki. She is phenomenal. I really hope she gets bigger work coming from now on. And she's been in big movies. She recently saw her in Guardians of the Galaxy. She was painted very gold. She was also in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. a few years ago. She was in the Cloverfield Paradox earlier this year. She is amazing in this film. What the things they do with her character. She plays one of the wives, one who's been abused by her husband before this point in time. And just the way this movie digs beyond the surface, especially what you might assume about each wife before it really grounds into their character. And other characters who don't play the wives. Colin Farrell is fantastic. Daniel Kaluuya is terrifying as one of the main villains of this film. He is just so sickening. Cynthia Erivo, who I just saw tear down the house in Bad Times at the El Royale. She's in here too. It takes a while for her character to come into play and be part of the story. But this movie is just so well made, and I want all of you to go see it as soon as possible. I know it didn't open as well as it should have, but this is a movie this is why we go to the movies. This movie is important. And instead of going to spend your money on the cash grab of Fantastic Beasts this week, go watch Widows. This movie needs and deserves your support. Verdict one more time is movies cost money. This is worth the money. Get your friends together and go see Widows. I cannot give Steve McQueen and the cast and crew of this movie enough love. I love this movie. Thank you for watching. Have you seen Widows? Let me know what you think down in the comments. What is your favorite heist movie? Just let me know. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.